I strove to be invisible. I was terrified to be seen. I wasn't even the best kept secret. I wanted to not be seen at all. But I had this big heart that wanted to make a difference. I wanted for my passing there in life to touch people in a positive way. Like, that's the imprint I wanted to create somehow, some way. And I just hoped people could hear it and feel it without me saying a word. They didn't have value. I was lucky to exist, have some food, maybe clothes. But I was the cast off. And I interpreted that to mean it was my fault, and I internalized that and took that on as truth. And my very survival was dependent upon being below the radar in all areas. I harnessed all of my skills at hiding that I grew up with into hiding in the public eye. You know, you can do that too. So I learned if I put on my credentials, all of my awards, all of my information and content, and I took on the role of that person, I could hide behind that while speaking, while sharing. And that worked for a while. But one of the things that deep inside of me was just a burden on my heart is I wanted to make a positive difference. I had this seed planted that maybe someday my story, my journey could be used for good. Through speaking, I became very skilled at wearing the right thing, having the right shoes, the uniform to step behind. And if I did that and they rejected my information, because I was great at giving information, they weren't rejecting me. I had the shield. I will do this thing that terrifies me, that I don't feel like I should have to do because I have suffered enough. I shouldn't have to. But I will do this if it can make a difference for another. So that was my journey, step by step, because it was easier for me to love others than myself. It took a long time to love myself too. So I was willing to be courageous and do things I wouldn't do for myself because it could help make a difference for another. So I'm doing this speaking thing because I had that seed planted in my heart, because I saw what people that are unhealthy, the kind of evil outreach that can happen, how far that can go, generations can be affected. And I used to think, what if I could have the opposite power for good? And that seed was planted because I saw the power somebody could have. And it could affect generations. What if we could do that for good? What if we could do that bringing forward what mattered to each of us? They know your information. They do not know you. And they do not know your heart. And if you're looking to make a transformation, if you're looking to touch people's heart, you've got to open yours. This is a block. You have to be willing to strip it away. It's not just in the shiny, perfect moments. It's all of it. Sometimes when we fall, it's so someone can see you can get up again. Sometimes we'll say the wrong thing. Will someone else just learn that's okay? People are looking to connect with real human beings on the journey. They're not looking to connect with these perfectly put together uniforms, outfits that we sometimes put on and carry. Now is your time. We get to choose to shine. We get to choose to share our gifts. The title of this presentation is Stop Being the Best Kept Secret. Sometimes we feel like we're the best kept secret and we keep waiting for someone to discover us. So let me just run through a quick process with you, or a quick question. How many of you want to make a positive difference in some way, somehow, with others in your life? Yeah. I find that tends to be the case. Most of us have that desire in some way, some fashion. We want to make a positive difference. Second question. How many of you feel like people fully understand what you do, and when that need arises, you're first on the list and they know who to call? Yeah, I find the number tends to be much smaller. So if the desire is here, the visibility is here, we're the ones that raise the hand. We're the ones that raise that, nobody else. We have to build the bridge. We have to reach out. And here's something else I know. When someone is hurting, it's like this big, thick pea soup fog comes down. Has anyone ever experienced that? Thick, heavy, dark fog. Like you can't see your hand this far away kind of fog. When that happens, they can't see your hands outstretched. They're hurting. They're just thinking, can I take another breath? Okay. Maybe I can take another. They're trying to survive when they're in that kind of pain, when they're struggling. And the only thing I know that cuts through darkness is light. And I believe we have to be the light. We have to shine so much that they can see us even in the dark, that it lights a path so they can avoid stumbling. They could actually see our hand outstretched. We've got to lead that. We have to be that light, because it's about who you're called to serve, not your comfort zone. And I mean that with great love and great truth. So I want to encourage you to feel in. Are you willing to be uncomfortable? Are you willing to be scared if it can make a difference for the people you are uniquely created and designed to help? And then be willing to shine. Share who you are. Share your gifts. Be willing to extend your hand. Let people know what you care about. Let people know what you stand for. Let them know why. We can make connections every single day, whether it's on stage, it's in our daily lives, or it's at events. When somebody says, hi, how are you doing? Share something about yourself. Time is so precious. We will never have this moment again. We have this moment in time. There are times that we'll get to impact somebody at that one moment. And what I want my life to be, and what I hope is placed on yours, that when those moments happen, those quote unquote chance encounters, those opportunities come, that you're willing to say yes to the yeses, that you're willing to say no to the nos, that you're spending your time and your energy and your resources where you can best serve, so that every moment you're choosing on purpose. You're not letting time just pass by, assuming there'll be next time another this, another that. I plan on that, I hope for it, but I know that's not a guarantee. So really resist the someday in your calling. Make the someday today. Really commit to finding that way that you can serve another, that you cannot be that best kept secret, that you will really be able to shine, to share your gifts with another, because you're needed just as you are right now.